Yes. See, it's been a long journey, and I'm happy you made it with me.
The brother was asking about one of the things that we could do as dawah is going and handing out Qur'ans to people. Right. You know, there are a lot of people who say that, oh brother, you cannot give away the Qur'an because of the laws of tahira, of purification. These people, they will mess over the Qur'an. So I look at these people and I say to them, well, you know, that's really messed up. They say, why is it messed up? I said, because, you know, Barnes and Noble, Borders, the public library, all of these places have Qur'ans. What are you going to do? Are you going to go and take all the Qur'ans out of these places? No. We should be the one who give these people the Qur'an. And not only should we be the ones who give them the Qur'an, but we should give them instructions when they get the Qur'an. We need to let these people know that these are the words of God. That we don't look at this as a regular book. And when you begin to read this book with the words of God, the actual words of God, then you'll understand why it is that we hold this book so sacred. What I say to the Christians, what I say to the Jews, what I say to anybody that, before I give them a Qur'an, I say to them, listen, I'm telling you that the Qur'an has everything that you need, everything that you want. What's the first thing you do when you get this Qur'an? What I tell them? Go to the back, go to the index, and look up anything that you want to know about Islam or what Islam has to say about something, and read it. You want to know what it is we believe about Jesus? Go to the back, find Jesus. It'll give you all the verses that have something to do with Jesus in it. Read them. They read that. And you know what most people say to me after they read that? They come back and they say, brother, man, I don't know what kind of Qur'an you have, but from what the people were telling me about the Qur'an, you must have given me the wrong Qur'an. No, don't worry, brother. We'll go to the store and I'll buy you any Qur'an that you want, so that you won't think that I'm playing a trick on you. And you know what they say? Brother, I believe this my whole life. The Qur'an says that when the Christians, when the priests, when they would hear the verses of the Qur'an being recited, that they would begin to cry. Why? Because they know this is the words of God. They know it. For the people who are truly searching for Allah, when they read the Qur'an, you know, the majority of the people in America, when they ask them person to person, what was it that made you come into Islam? The overwhelming majority of the people say what? I read the Qur'an. Now that's dangerous. Let me show you why it's dangerous. Because the people read the Qur'an and they fall in love with Islam. And I've had people come to me, they said, brother, I have fallen in love with Islam. And then I met Muslims. How sad is that? I have fallen in love with Islam, but then I meet Muslims who are not following the Qur'an. I have a good brother. I'm not calling any names. But we talked about who is it that are doing the worst things to Muslims as far as how people look at Islam. It's the Muslims. You know, we have a saying, who needs enemies when I have friends like this? That's that. We're killing each other. Not only in the battlefield, but when it comes to our ideologies and how it is that people look at us, we're killing it. People want to accept Islam. They see the truth in Islam, and then they say, you know what? Why would I want to follow this religion? I know it's the truth, but it can't be that special because look at the people who's following it. They have not changed their condition. How many of you read Dua Kamal? Alhamdulillah. There's a part of Dua Kamal that says, "Oh Allah, I ask you to forgive me for having a prayer that does not elevate." What is that prayer that does not elevate? It's the fact that you could come to this center, this masjid, alhamdulillah, this masjid. That's very important. Into a masjid and read the Dua Kamal. And after the Dua Kamal, if your life does not change, there's something wrong with you. If after you read the Quran, you do not stop doing the bad things in your life, then there's something that is wrong with you. If you are ashamed to talk about Islam after you read the Dua Kamal and you read the Quran and you follow the lives of the Prophet and the Imams, then there is something wrong with you. Maybe it's not something wrong with you. Maybe you need to read the Quran, the Dua Kamal, and all these other things in a language that you understand. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us to ponder over the Quran. How can we ponder over the Quran if we don't know what it means? Very important. So I hope that answer wasn't too long out, too drawn out or whatnot. But if anyone else has a question, I'll be glad to answer.